So in this video, we're gonna go through an overall overview of Dragons of Eden the game. Now, we already did a video on how to get started. We created a profile, we did a little bit of the manage cards, we did foraging, but let's go through some more stuff, right? Let's click on manage cards real quick. We're gonna go one by one. So manage cards, again, you can do a bunch of stuff. You have a lot of information. You have your XP information here, all the stats which you already went through in the other video. So if you haven't watched that video, there's going to be a link somewhere here. And one of the things that I want to show you is the customization that goes with the cards. So you can see my card is somewhat customized already. You can see that my dragon has like unique coat and a unique sword. But for example, we can change the background of the card. So we can choose to switch the background. Now you can see it has like this cool background for it, and I can save that, and it just right away it just changes, and that's it. Your card now has that look. So whenever somebody searches for your card, it will have all the customization options. And like I said, there's 9 different type of customizations that you can add to your card, which is really cool. But that's what I wanted to show you. Now back here, there's this dragon that I can level up, so I want to show you that real quick. So with this dragon, he's ready to level up, so I'm gonna click level up, and you see that button will show up only when the level up is available, and then it will ask you to choose the stat that you want to increase. So you're gonna upgrade one stat by 1 point, and here I'm going to go with dexterity just to kind of even that out. So you choose and you see that number changed, kind of showing you a preview, and then you can click confirm. Once you click confirm, the level up happens, and now you see that he's a level 7, and then he has 4 dexterity. So the leveling up system is really easy and simple for you to follow. And again, you can filter through the different type of cards that you have and everything. Now let's go to manage profile real quick. So in manage profile, you'll see a couple of things. There's this highest score. This is related to the dungeon. This is my highest score in the dungeon currently. If you think that you can beat it, then I challenge you to try. But then here it will show you the level that your profile is at. This bar will be filling up as you gain XP. This is scales. This amount of scales that I have, the amount of moon crystals that I have, and the amount of scrolls that I have. Moon crystals is the premium currency. Scrolls is the currency that you get from voting on Top GG, and scales is just the main game currency. Then you have your biography, you have your name, and then you have your title, which you start as a peasant, but I changed it to a dungeon delver. And then you can see my cool dragon with his nice little coat and his basic sword. And one thing that you can see is this profile is slightly customized. This is not the default border. This is a cool cloud border that I got. But I need to change my background picture, but I haven't gotten a background cosmetic, so that kind of sucks. But once I get that, I will definitely be changing that, because there's some cool looking background images that you can add to your profiles to showcase it to everybody. Now let's go to inventory real quick. In inventory, you will see the different items that you have crafted. So I have a long sword and a basic sword. These will show when they are not attached to a dragon. If they are attached, they'll be taken out of your inventory. But you can also see your tools, and this is what determines how much loot you get when you forage, right? So you want to be upgrading your tools. You can buy tool packs in the shop, and then you can come here and upgrade your tools. So as you can see, there's an upgraded tool button because I have some tools that I can upgrade. So we're going to do that now just to kind of showcase that. So then you're going to have a list. You're going to click upgrade tool. You're going to have a list of all the tools that are available for you to upgrade. I'm going to choose the spindle, and then it's going to tell you how much it costs. 300 scales. Yes, I'm good. Click confirm upgrade, and automatically you will see that spindle going from level 4 to level 5, and then it will consume all the spindle cards that I already have. But I can still level it up again, but I'm not going to do that. Then let's go to resources. And in resources, it's just information. You're going to see all the raw materials that you have produced, the different machineries that you have, and then the amount of refined materials that you own right now. We're going to be talking about the machines and refined materials in a minute, so I'm just going to skip through that. And then you have customize, which allows you to customize your profile. Like I said, I don't have a background, but I do have a border. I can go back to default. So this is the default border. If you click save modification, it will save it, and now That's it. That's your profile now. And again, you can showcase your profile to other people, so that's pretty cool. Now let's dismiss this message. That's manage profiles. That's manage cards. Let's go to the town center. We have already shown the foraging in the other video, so you can watch the other video if you would like. But that's basically just sending your dragons to work. Then you have the shop, which we also showcased in the other video. So let's move to refinery. Refinery is where you can refine your materials for them to be able to be used for crafting, right? So in the refinery, you start with one single machine, and then you have to craft more machines as you kind of go through the game. And now I have 3 machines, and you can also upgrade those machines. So these 2 are uncommon refinery, and this is like the first one that you start with, the common refinery. So I've been able to upgrade 2 of them. Now here, what you do is literally just click on what you want to produce based on what you want to craft. We'll go to the workshop in a little bit, but if I want to produce, let's say, a timber, then I click timber, and then it will show me, okay, uncommon timber, it'll cost me 250 wood, 250 scales, and it will take 90 minutes. So I can choose that. I can change that to a common timber, so I can change the rarity of what I want to produce, and I can change the machine that I want to use. So if you notice, this machine will take 50 minutes to produce a common timber, but if I choose a common machine, it will take a little bit longer. It will take 60 minutes. So depending on what you want to do, as you upgrade machines, they will take less time to refine materials, and they will unlock new rarities for your materials. Then, like I said, you can also upgrade your refinery. So I can choose to, let's say, upgrade my uncommon machine, and it will tell me how much it will cost me in terms of resources, time, and scales to upgrade to a rare. I don't have enough, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but that's kind of like the progression of the game. Now, just like in foraging, you start with 3 open slots, but you can unlock more slots by paying moon crystals for it. So I can unlock another machine slot if I want to, and then the max that you can have is 5 slots. Now that's refinery. Now let's move on to the workshop. So in the workshop is where you're going to be crafting specifically weapons for your dragons. And every weapon has different requirements. It costs different things. You can see the different type of materials that you need to craft this specific weapon, how much scale it will cost. These are the refined materials that I currently own. So let's say, for example, if I want to craft a flame breaker, I can choose flame breaker, and it will give me all the details about that weapon. So I can read the description of it. It says that my defense goes up 2 points, which is pretty good, and it will tell me the cost and how much time it will take for it to be crafted. And then if I have the sufficient resources, I can choose to actually craft that flame breaker. But like I said, there's a bunch of different weapons in the shop right now that you can craft, and those will be changed as time goes on, so there will be new weapons available in the workshop for you to craft. But that is the crafting mechanic. So again, you refine materials, and then you can use those materials to craft items in the shop. Now let's go to the battlegrounds. So in the battlegrounds, you got Scale Wars PvP. I'm just going to show you kind of how that looks, and then it's going to allow me to choose my dragon. It automatically chooses one for me, so it shows the card, shows my HP, my melee attack, my range attack, my defense. It shows me the weapon that I currently have equipped, what range it has, and any boosts or debuffs that this weapon has, which is -2 on melee attack, -2 on dex. So I need to be careful with that. Now I can choose a different card. These are your currently active cards that you can choose from. So let's say I want to choose that one. I confirm fighter. And what it's going to do is going to open my own private thread where it's going to start the matchmaking process. And whenever somebody also wants to play, they will join my game. And this is multi-server, so it works if you're in different servers. It will match you with somebody that's playing at the same time. Now, I'm actually going to quit the game, but just to show you this, basically the point of the game is you have to go through the map and collect as many coins as you can, and then you battle it out. And then you can fight against your opponent. If you defeat your opponent, you actually steal half of their coins and you win the game. I think the game goes to 12 or 15 rounds, I can't remember correctly. And then whoever has the most coins at the end of 12 or 15 rounds, the game ends and that person wins. And now let's try the dungeon crawler. So I'm gonna make a full video about the dungeon crawler because there's a lot to the dungeons that it will make this video too long. But basically, there's a dungeon crawler in the game. It's like a roguelite type of dungeon, and you can see this is slightly different than the other one. It asks you how long can you survive. Again, it gives you all your stats for the dungeon. It gives you kind of like your buffs, debuffs for the weapon you have equipped. It gives you your ranges. So this is my melee range, this is my bow range, this is my HP. So it gives me all that information there. It shows me my record score if I want to beat that score. And basically every single time you want to go into the dungeon, you have to pay 1 scroll, which again you get for free by voting for the bot on Top GG. So I pay 1 scroll and enter. And then again, it's gonna give me my own private thread for me to be able to play the game. So this is the dungeon crawler. Now, again, I will make a different video that will go through all that has to do with the dungeon. But it's a very cool system. These are the buttons for you to move. If you hit the square, you don't move. Then you have your attack, your melee attack, your range attack. If I do a melee attack, I'm gonna probably kill that rock and kill that rat. There's a lock system. I'm gonna go through all of this in a different video. I'm gonna quit the game, and once you quit the game, it's gonna reward you with whatever you got. Only got 80 points, whatever. And this thread is gonna automatically get deleted after like a minute, just if you want to take a screenshot of your score and all that stuff. Now, the trading channel, you are able to trade with other players in the game. The trading system right now is server-based, meaning that you can only trade with people in the same server that you can actually communicate with, because you got to tag them for the trade. But it's a very robust system. As you can see, you can trade currency, items, resources, cards. 90% of the things that are in the game can be traded. There's a locking system just in case, so nobody cheats, and then you can confirm the trade once you lock the trade. So yeah, there's a whole robust trading system in the game, and it's a global player economy. Like I said, you can trade everything, including resources. Then you have the game achievement channel, which shows you the different achievements that you accumulate as you level up and go through the game. There's rewards that you get based on the different levels that you reach. So that's also kind of cool. And when you get a new title, for example, it will also give you a notification and tell you like you've been honored with the title of Harbinger of Souls, which that's a pretty cool title in my opinion. And that's it. I mean, there's more to the game, right? Like you have the achievements, you have a bunch of different commands and things like that, but just a general overview of the game, that's what you get here. Again, you have manage profiles, manage cards, you can level up your dragons, you can send them to foraging, you can go to the shop, buy new items, buy different type of packs. You can go to the refinery center and refine your materials so that you can use them for crafting weapons that you can equip on your dragon, so that then you can go into skill wars or the dungeon crawler to try to beat your own record score, or actually, hey, make your way through the global leaderboard rankings. There are 2 different type of leaderboards actually for the dungeon. There's a global one and there's a local one. So you could be the best player in your server, or you can be the best player in the whole world. And this is just the beginning of what is being built for Dragons of Eden. There's so much more to come, and we're excited to continue developing the game. But if you want to play the game right now, make sure you add it to your server in the link below. Join the support server so you can talk to other players. There's some cool things that some of the players have been doing. There's a player forum in the support server, and they have been doing like really cool things like this, like Emberclaw Central Exchange. So they have like different things where you can like sign up, and there's like monthly giveaways and discounts, and you can trade different things. And we invite players to kind of role play and play the game however they want and do these kind of things. And there's going to be so much more that is going to be added to the game that is going to help in terms of creating that sense of role playing through the game as there's more players playing. So we are very excited about that. If you like what you see, try the game. You can click on the link below, add it to your server, or install it as a user, because you can do that too, and try the game out and let us know what you think.